Hello, everybody. I'm in my blue chair, but I've moved it over a bit because my jumper clashes with my big orange flower pot. And I couldn't be doing with that. Can't be doing with uncoordinated colour. It does something to my brain. Anyway, here we are, here we are, here we are. Quite a little bit of news. I've written a few things down really. After this video, I'm going to take a break next week from everything. I just want to stop from everything. My choir, emails. I do my Cornelius in the morning, set my alarm for 10 past 6. I'm going to do those during the day with recorded ones. Just stopping. I haven't booked anybody in to see, to have coffee with, or not having my grandson over, nothing. I'll be bored do la by the second day, I'm sure, but I'm sure we all can relate to this. I just want to, I think it's called a staycation. I'm not going anywhere, but it's a vacation at home. So we'll see, see how that goes. So there'll be nothing next week. But the following weekend, hopefully, there will be the normal channeling. When I say vacation at home, I don't know if you remember, like last year, I was going to move hastily because I was given a year, and I thought, well, I might as well get out now. That's what's a bit ridiculous, Blossom. So I decided to stay because there was a possibility come August, September now that the landlord would let me know that they might not be able to move up from Melbourne and move in, and it might be another year. So I was putting out for that. But sadly, no, I have to move from this soul sanctuary I have created. And of course, all your positive thinking has to come into play, doesn't it? The prices of places around here, you have to be a millionaire to rent a bloody toilet. So I'm just honestly, after getting over the upset of, oh my God, I love this place, this place, and my garden and everything. I was like, right, universe, do your thing, do your thing. So I can get out November, December, or January, by January the 7th. But they're giving me leeway either side, but I do have to let them know by November what I'm doing. So I just have to put out there for the perfect place. So that's that. And then my poor little dog Chiefy, I discovered overnight this massive lump which he had to have removed, and it was a low grade sarcoma or something, which is supposed to be not spreadable. But then we found another one on his ear. And as we speak, he is in having that surgery at the moment. And then after that, see what happens. No more surgery, but just to see why the two lumps had come up when they're not supposed to be spreadable. Plus, he's got dementia. For ages, God, for ages, he'd just be. I thought, what's the matter with him? He'd just be like, I thought this was odd. And then I woke up in the night and he sleeps on my bed and he was just sitting upright on my bed, just. And it came to me straight away, dementia. So, of course, I couldn't sleep anyway. So I looked it up, and yeah, it's a very common thing for older dogs to, when they stare like that, it's a sign of dementia. Oh, for God's sake. So that's that jolly news. Um, I don't know if you know, we had an earthquake here, and it happened to be going on during the Tribe of Light meeting. So somebody was talking on camera, and suddenly I'm like, is there a truck coming up the road? Is it thunder? What's going on? And I went, hold on, hold on. And suddenly my whole house was shaking, and my plants and my pictures and everything shaking. I was like, I think we're having an earthquake. And I've never been in a situation like that before. So I thought, is it going to die down any minute, or is my whole roof going to cave in? I was really scared, really scared. Anyway, it all died down. But my friend who lives 8 minutes away, she was outside talking to somebody, and she thought her spin dryer had gone a bit awry. People felt it on completely different levels, but it was huge where I was. And on that note, during that Tribe of Light meeting, White Cloud always comes through, but also there was another beautiful being. Um, that came through, and it was just lovely, beautiful glass blue eyes, and because it's recorded, I was able to sort of get Joe to send me the recording, and so I've taken that clip out, and I'll put that clip at the end of this video so you can see that being come through because it was absolutely beautiful. So, hang on to the end of that for that. And the next Tribe of Light meeting will be on the 20th of September. Can you believe we're talking about September? October, November, December, Christmas, New Year, 26. I mean, it's just going so quickly, isn't it? Just going so quickly, it's ridiculous. We're all seem to be feeling the same thing. It was mentioned just before White Cloud started speaking, which you'll hear what he's got to say. But it was when I put it on the end of this video, but that he was, people were saying about how they're feeling all emotions all at once, and I'm feeling exactly the same. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, for God's sake, I've got to move. I've got my dog. I've got. And all this. And then another side of me within a second can be for like, everything's going to be all right, boss. Everything's going to be fine. And it's like people are experiencing all these different emotions all at the same time. So White Cloud sort of talks about that. So, yeah, it was quite interesting that so many are feeling that. And onwards we go, people. Onwards we go. Out there it's pouring with rain, whereas 3 days ago I was sitting out there sunbaking, getting a bit of sun's rays. The world is mad. Absolutely. And, perhaps in order to live in this world, we have to be mad ourselves, I've decided. Dear me, dear me, dear me. So, really, I haven't, as always, haven't got much. Listen, as always, I haven't got much to say. Sometimes I can't stop persiflaging if you had a gun at my head. But there we are. So, I'm also thinking, don't know yet about doing some things differently, but I don't know quite what because it's been suggested to me many times about, well, maybe I do my channelings with the Federation every 2 weeks instead of every one, and then they might have something more to say, something new and different to say and everything. So I'm sort of maybe looking at that, but I would like to put something in its place. And I've sort of got a few thoughts um, about that. So hopefully in this break I'm going to have, all these things will come, become downloaded, get downloaded for me, and I'll know what direction I'm sailing in, type of thing. So I think, that's me yapping on, yapping on, yapping on about nothing, just telling you what's happening in my life. Um, and I think I'll just sort of bring White Cloud in and I presume the Federation. I don't know. And because that's the point of this particular chat and channel, or in every one that I do, to bring the channeling through. So not listen to me waffling on about the sorrows of my life. So I'll do that, shall I? I'll bring White Cloud in. We'll see who else may join or may not. Thank you. A very warm welcome to each and every one who takes the time to listen to that which I choose to say. And you come back time after time. And for that I am very grateful, because it gives me such joy to fill your hearts with love. That is my main reason for coming through Blossom.
to fill your beings with love. But I would change that in a sense to say to activate your beings in love, because your body, your beingness is already full of love, because that is who and what you are, love. But when I come through in this way, I am able, unbeknownst to you sometimes perhaps, to give that love a little bit of an activation, if you like, to as if one is turning the dial up a little so that there is more electricity, if you like, in that sense. So for me to be able to come through like this is just so rewarding for me, and such an honor to be able to come through Blossom and do this and speak to you in this way. And myself and so many others, we are very aware that we are not coming through and telling you that this is happening and that is happening, not only on your planet, but this on another planet, and what that particular meteor was, or what that explosion was, or what those lights were. All those things you desire out of human nature, out of curiosity to know about, especially when they are regarding things off-world. And of course you want to know about them. And Blossom in particular, in her last communication with the Federation of Light, was asking about a sphere that had landed, etc. And they did not give her forthcoming information about it, and Blossom became quite frustrated. But may I explain to you, my friends, there are some things that are just not appropriate to talk about. And Blossom is saying, but why are they not? These are things that we desire to know. And I am saying, because they simply are not appropriate. If they were, we would tell you that which we know to be able to tell you. But there will be a time when all the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle fit together. I speak of the puzzle so often, little pieces that you have been looking for so long and you cannot find them. But then in the exact divine moment, there it is, there it is. And you know the minute you see it that that is what you were looking for. That is the missing piece. And you pick it up and you place it with such confidence into that particular area of the puzzle, and it is complete. But it does not mean the entire puzzle is complete. Just that section, if you like. And your lives are a little like that, my friends. You have to have patience in order to allow everything to fit in its place at the exact moment that it is meant to do so. And although your beings, because you are down on your planet, although they cannot accept or understand this at times, it is worthwhile you acknowledging that as a fact, this is a fact. Do not concern yourself. And it is that there are different scenarios regarding that particular sphere that other people may have channeled or others may not have spoken about. They choose not to also. Many varied opinions, possibilities. And so you can read them all. And you can then take from that what you will, but which one will you take as your truth? And will it be the truth? Or does it just feel that it sits well with you for now? And more importantly, my friends, what difference will it make? You just file it in the back of your mind and move on. For now. Because I tell you, with all my being, that which has been spoken of for years, it is to come about. Every day seems so monotonous when nothing that you are hoping to happen is happening. Because it is not happening how you imagine it to happen. It is happening in the way it is meant to happen. And when all the pieces that are necessary are in place, it is as if you have the final gap in the middle of your jigsaw puzzle, because all around it has to be set and ready in place in order for the pieces that are left to find where they belong in order for it to be completed. So as I always say, continue on with your lives, laughing and smiling and doing the very best you can to be the beautiful love within inside a human being that you are able to be. You can feel it more and more and more inside of you. This I know. This you know. Because it is that your vibration is expanding in its own light. And you know it and you feel it. And the more you know it and the more you feel it, the more it becomes more of itself. And therefore you feel it and know it even more. And on it goes. It continues on in the flow of life, of love, of light. And for as long as my blossom chooses to allow me to come through in this way, I will do my very best to assist you in remembering why you are here, who you are, and what is to come. For as I have said many times, when everything becomes different, you will not have regretted one moment of this impatience, this long wait, for it shall be worth it. The divine plan is in place, and you are part of it, doing that which you came to do. How wonderful you are. And now I shall move aside. Many thanks, my friend.
Dearest souls, our family, the ones that we honor in grace, for your strength, for your continual earthly goings on. How we applaud you, and yet you do not realize that that which you are accomplishing reaches far more in light upon your planet than you care to understand, because it is different for you in the situation and the vibration that you reside within. The lady is saying, oh, to be in our shoes, so to speak, even for a few minutes, so that you of earth could experience and see and feel that which we are able to regarding your divine beings, regarding the truth of who you are. You are so eager, and we understand, to discover this and that and know which is truth about all different remarkable things. The truth about what is taking place in the darker spaces of your planet. But these are not truths that we are speaking of at this moment. We speak of the truth of who you are. When we say, I am the light, I am the love, I am the truth, I am. For truth is the love. That is truth. The love that you are. Truth. Feel the energy of that word as we bring it through. Truth. You, dearest souls, you are the truth. What goes on around you may or may not be truth, but you cannot not be truth, for it is you. And our messages may appear to be the same over and over. We understand your frustration through this lady. But it is of great importance to us to keep on keeping on reiterating to you that which you are, so that as you feel it within you more and more, you are able to make more and more of a difference upon your planet, changing its vibration, because you are understanding now truth. Nothing can take that truth away from you. You, in love, in light, are truth. Feel it, we ask of you, in this moment. To feel truth. During this silence, we are communicating with the Lady Vessel. She is asking if there is anything more we desire to say. We just desire at this moment, through her eyes, to shine our love, our truth into your hearts. We love you. We are in such gratitude to you for all that you do and all that you shall do. In light, in love, in truth. And so it is. It's taken me a while to bring my speaky through. Well, that's that then. A rare moment, people. A rare moment. I'm speechless. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm not sort of able to. Perhaps they're still around. I don't know, but I'm just. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here, being there, wherever you are in the world, and continuing to follow the messages that come through. And I'm so grateful to read in the comments, etc., how much they uplift you, because that's what they're here to do. And they seem to be doing it well for those who resonate with the messages. Some people don't, and off they tootle, and that's fine. But for you who choose to stay and understand and support, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And so now I'm going to try with all my amazing computer skills. uh, I've sort of chopped the little bit of the channeling that was on the Tribe of Light, and I'm going to put that here next for you to listen to, because the beings that came through after White Cloud says his bit um, were just beautiful. So if you got a double whammy, as they say, a double whammy. I mean, what is that? I won't end up after that. I should, because well, I'm talking rubbish. You know what I mean to say. I'll say goodbye now and add the little bit on for you to watch. It's only 5 minutes, I think, if that, or something. So enjoy that. And remember, 20th of September in your diaries if you want to join us in the Tribe of Light calls. And also, there will be no channeling next week because I'm having my staycation. Okay. Thank you so much, people. Lots of love. Until next time. Bye bye now. Bye. Everybody is struggling, but managing to get through, you know.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
so fast. It's so unbelievable fast.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think it's all at the same time. It is like you feel in anger and you are happy at the same time. It's totally crazy. It sounds crazy, but sometimes uh, it's a moment I think I have all the feelings at the same time.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really
That's a
totally
pretty
crazy.
accurate description from time to time for me. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's happiness, there's upset, there's annoyance, any number of emotions. But we're here to process all that, aren't we? Just like Blossom said, just like you said, we just get caught up in it from time to time, and here we are moaning about it. No, I'm just kidding. We're not moaning about it, but we're just pointing it out.
I think
Yes,
White Cloud's ready to come through. I think he'd like to come
Okay,
through very early, so we'll do that.
all right.
A very warm welcome to each one who I now feel so familiar with, if you like. I so enjoy these sessions that we have. It is like chatting with friends, etc., and it feels so comfortable. And I was very keen to come in to speak about what you have said, Marco, regarding feeling everything at once. But what is taking place is that when you are in anger about something, etc., and you also feel that happiness is the you, the truth of you that is able to shine through even all that you are going through. It is sort of like, in a sense, a little signal that is letting you know that you are who you are, that you are on the right track, that you can find your joy amongst all that is taking place. There is that innate wisdom, that innate joy that belongs to you, that belongs of you. And whether you think that sometimes it leaves you completely when you are feeling very depleted, it does not. It is there still in the background. But more and more, as these energies are becoming stronger and stronger from, I choose to say, both sides, if you like, because of the stirring up that has to leave. And Blossom is saying, but that has been going on and going on for so long. And I am saying, yes, because there is so much that has to leave. You have to understand that rather than thinking, how long will this go on? It will go on for as long as it takes. Because when you think of what has taken place and the depths of darkness that have taken place to rid your planet of this is not going to take place overnight. And this is why it is so important for you to do as you feel correct to do, even though it is so hard to rise above that which is stirring up and causing havoc. But also, as I'm sure many of you, if probably all, understand that that which, would I say, is in you that is not of service, that which may have happened to you even in lifetimes gone by, it is now the time that you are faced with all things in order for them to be released, in order for you to become more of who you are, because those are blockages within your being and they need to be set free and dispersed and gone so that you are able to feel lighter and brighter. But the problem is that process of all that over so many lifetimes, and even this one, etc., is difficult to go through. And that feeling of I have no strength left, that tiredness that so many of you feel of. Blossom gets many letters of that saying, I am so tired. I am so tired. And that is understood. You have to understand why, because you are working on so many levels, not just for yourself, of course, but you are working, whether you recognize it or not, on clearing so much that has been put upon your planet by others. You are doing, by being here, the Federation speak about, by just being here, you are making the difference because of the light that you are. But what makes it even more profound is you understanding, my friends, and recognizing that light that you are. Because as you do, it is that it goes out to clear so much more on something that you do not even know you are clearing or cleansing. You are just your light, and it is making a difference. And the more you grasp, if I may put it, Blossom can feel me doing this, and her heart, the more you grasp this incredible, incredible light that you are, the more easier it will become for you, and the more, if I put it this way without sounding rude, the more good you are able to do. So it is a matter of accepting, even though you don't feel, when you look in the mirror, you don't feel, oh, look at this amazing light that I am. Even though you don't feel that, you have to come into another level of yourself that is out there, but it is connected to you in order to I use this word again, really grasp, my friends. Grasp that power that you have, because that power is who you are. And within that power, you can do all things. All things. So when that anger is there, let it arise, push it away, work it through, and set it free, knowing that, oh, now I only have left the happiness. One moment. It is Chiefy. One moment. Chief, Chief. Up. Good boy. Chief. Apologies. It is very difficult when I am within Blossom's being to not come out of it immediately, because of the vibration of that barking sets us all askew, we would say. So yes, so to just finish off with that, do not just accept what is what I would say. What else can you do? What else can you do? But just be in every moment. Let that which has to arise and leave do so. Let that has to arrive and come in do so also, because the more that release is released of that which need not be there, the more you will feel more of that truth of who you are. It is inevitable. There is no question about it. And I know that you know when you choose to be quiet and take in the breaths. I know that you know that you can feel how much more of yourself you are recognizing and feeling within you now, and you will continue to do so. And within that, it gives you so much more strength in order to keep on keeping on. You've signed up to do this, and you will see it through. There is no question about that. So hang on in there, my friends, as though we say it year after year. And you think, when is it changing? It is changing. It is changing so much, and it will continue to do so. And you will continue. Interesting, Blossom is saying what I'm about to say. You will continue to fight for your right to be a beautiful human being. Many thanks, my friends, many thanks. Hold on a tick.
Greetings to you. The light of your world is difficult to begin with, to adjust to, for it is different from that which we are accustomed to. As we were coming through, showed to the lady of our beingness, in that we are so very tall of stature. We do not, like you, have the hair structure, and we are very pale in skin color of white, and yet it would not necessarily be called skin, but what she was most aware of was the blueness of our eyes, and she was aware that they were shining like glass. They were of sparkle, and that is who we are. That is because of our vibration of where we reside, if you like, and we cannot give that a name to you, for it does not come through in language that you speak. And yet we, with the eyes, this is what we choose to speak with you about. Our eyes are sparkly, blue, glassy, and there was a smile because of the light that we are. But what we wish to tell you is that you too are that light. But you are upon your planet, which does not allow you to feel it and be it in your fullness. We could not spend one moment in fullness upon your planet because of the heaviness. We are showing to this lady as if we would crumble and almost disintegrate because of it, because our light is so light, if you understand. But what we are wishing to tell you is that when you are not in this physicality that you have chosen, you may not have the same presentation that we are showing to you, but that feeling, that knowing, that light, this is what you would be without this physical format, if you like. And the trick is, dearest friends, is as white cloud was explaining to you, the more that you accept that as who you truly are, the more you are able to acknowledge and bring it through and use it to the greatest of your ability. We are no more advanced than you, and the lady present for us is questioning that, for she is feeling that we are so much more advanced. But my friends, look at what you have taken on board to save your planet. If you were not of this highly advanced, powerful light, you could not be here doing what you are doing, because your light would not have been strong enough at the level of soul expansion when you are not in your world, if we are making sense. It had to be that you were the strongest ones. For the ones who have not quite understood your world would not be able to manage, would we say. So know that you are of the strongest evolved light, doing what you came to do, and you are doing it so well. So well. The lady is now being shown that behind myself, who is as the allocated as the speaker, that behind me are many. And she is seeing that we are in the color of navy blue robes, like cloaks that we adorn. We, all of us, admire you for volunteering and being chosen. How great must your light be for you to have been chosen? Never forget that. And never forget that there is no number of beings that are with you always, helping you to see this mission through. We sincerely trust that you will take that vision this lady we showed and have portrayed to you, and think about it, and feel us when you think about it, and feel the difference in your being, because we are sending you through our love and our light, and we are with you always. Many, many, many thanks for this opportunity to look at you and to feel your hearts and your love, as hopefully you are able to feel us. Oliakonachutseha.
Welcome
Well,
back.
thank you.
Mhm.
And when, yeah, oh, that was interesting.